This guy says the horse can do. If he says the horse can do.
Welcome to Odds and Ends, and I'm your host, Mike Tice, and the 2020 season, NFL season, has begun with a big KC win over a solid Houston team on Thursday night, 34-20. Patrick Mahomes picked up where he left off in the Super Bowl. 3 TDs, no interceptions. Everybody looking for Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce. They each had a TD, but the showstoppers were rookie running back Clyde Edwards-Helaire from LSU, 138 yards rushing. Sorry, Clyde. And 1 TD. And Sammy Watkins, wide receiver who my wife Diane has in our family fantasy football league. 7 catches, 82 yards, and 1 TD. Great job by Andy Reid and his staff, offensive line coach Andy Heck, and the rest of the guys. Congratulations. That started the NFL's 256-game season during these interesting times. COVID, no fans, hardly any fans, some fans, maybe fans later. It's going to be interesting to see how this season progresses. Finishing up at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Super Bowl Sunday, February 7th, we hope. Well, 2019 saw 1,244 touchdowns scored, rushing and passing. That's the second most all-time. The league right now is explosive as all get out. Real nice stat. Over 52% of the games were decided by 8 points or less. I know the networks, the NFL, and all the fans love that. 14-team playoff this year. Added 2 extra wild card teams. Could have used that a couple of times throughout my career playing and coaching. Hey, all you fans out there wishing your team could get to the playoffs, remember this. The Packers and the 49ers won their respective spit it out, Mike, divisions last year after not making the playoffs in 2018. The 2009 Saints, you remember, and the 2017 Eagles were last in their division the year before. They both won the Super Bowl. So there's hope out there for every city in the league, including Cleveland. Well, speaking of Cleveland, there's 3 rookie head coaches out there I'd like to wish the best of luck, starting with Joe Judge of the Giants, Kevin Stefanski of the Browns, and, of course, Matt Rule of the Carolina Panthers. Good luck, man. Have a great season. Special shout-out to my former player, Kelechi Osemele. Started at guard for the Chiefs on Thursday night. Played extremely well. Congratulations, Kelechi. Welcome back. Hey, listen, we're going to show you a clip from our great charity event that we had, celebrity golf event. Steve Large and Jim Zorn, the guys, we raised over $100,000. And we come back, I will pick 5 games for you opening weekend, including my pick of the week, where I'm going for 14 in a row. That's right, 14 in a row. We'll be back in a second. Welcome back to Odds and Ends, and now I'm going to pick 4 games in this Week 1 NFL season. I'll come back in a minute and pick my pick of the week, where I'm going for 14 in a row, 13 in a row last year, including the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl. I'm going to start with 2 road teams I like, the Colts at the Jaguars. The Colts are -8. It's a 1 o'clock East Coast time start. Marion Mack coming off 1,091 rushing yards, 8 TDs. Justin Houston, 11 sacks last year. They bring in DeForest Buckner as a free agent from the 49ers. He brings with him 7.5 sacks. Ty Hilton's healthy for now anyway. And Phillip Rivers, 6 all-time passing yards and 6 in TDs with 397. I think they're going to be tough. Quarterback Minshew had 21 TDs as a rookie. Wide receiver DJ Clark for the Jags, coming off his best season. They do pick up Tyler Elford, real good tight end from Cincinnati. He's had some injury problems. And rookie defensive end linebacker Josh Allen, coming off a 10.5 sack rookie season. But I like the Colts -8 on the road in this one. 1 o'clock start, the Eagles at the Redskins. Redskins have a new staff with Coach Ron Rivera, Jack Del Rio, defensive coordinator. Eagles are -5.5 on the road. Wentz coming off his best year touchdown-wise, 27 touchdowns. Running back Miles Sanders, 1,329 scrimmage yards last year. That's pretty damn good. Brandon Graham, 8.5 sacks for the Eagles, and 2 good tight ends. Zach Ertz, I think he's having a little contract problem in Dallas. Goddard, however you say that, 2 good tight ends. Going to be tough against that Washington defense. Like I said, Ron Rivera, new head coach. Dwayne Haskins, second year at Ohio State. Ryan Kerrigan, really good defensive player, defensive end. And rookie Chase Young, second overall pick out of Ohio State for Del Rio in that defense. But I like the Eagles on the road, -5.5. Home games, 1 o'clock, Packers, 2.5-point favorites at the Vikings. Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Jones, Dalvin Cook, Kirk Cousins, +12, +12, a dozen, plus turnover ratio for the Packers last year, +11 for the Vikings. So, Devontae Adams versus the rookie corners of the Vikings. Tight end Tyler Rudolph and also Irv Smith Jr. are going to be tough. Zadarius Smith, 13.5 sacks for the Packers last year. But the Vikings have 2 great safeties and a great linebacker, and Eric Kendricks, Anthony Harris, and Harrison Smith at safety. They're home. I like the Vikings -2.5. Of course I do. The Bucks at the Saints. This is the one everyone's talking about. The Bucks are +3.5. Brady versus Breeze. Fournette goes to Tampa. It's a 4:25 East Coast time game. Wide receiver Chris Godwin had a great year last year. How about Shaquille Barnett? 19.5 sacks. Running back Alvin Kamara. Wide receiver Michael Thomas. The system that's been in place for the Saints, Cameron Jordan, 15.5 sacks last year. I have to give the edge to the Saints, -3.5 at home. Well, I'll be right back in a minute to pick my pick of the week, going for 14 in a row. Love it. Love it.
He says the horse can do.
Welcome back to Odds and Ends, NFL Week 1. And, well, my pick of the week, 13 in a row, including picking the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl. I'm going for 14 in a row, which happens to be my high school jersey number. The Jets at the Bills. Bills are -6.5. Oh, speaking of spreads, I originally said the Packers were favored -2.5. The Packers are getting 2.5 points. I know I corrected that at the end, and I apologize for all the fans and all the people out there. It's not the Washington Redskins anymore. It's the Washington football team. So, back to the Jets at the Bills, 2 New York teams. Bills are -6.5. Sam Darnold versus Josh Allen, 2 really good young quarterbacks. +4 in turnover ratio for the Bills last year, -4 for the Jets. 17 rushing TDs since 2018. Josh Allen leads the league. Second in rushing by quarterback since that time, 1,141 yards, obviously behind Baltimore's Lamar Jackson. Well, running back Devin Singletary had an excellent rookie season. They've got a good O-line behind offensive line coach Bobby Johnson. Pick up wide receiver Stephon Diggs from the Vikings, University of Maryland guy. The defense, Tre'Davious White, 6 interceptions last year. Great job. And they pick up a player I like, Mario Addison from Carolina, 9.5 sacks last year. The Jets, running back Le'Veon Bell, 1,250 scrimmage yards last year. Frank Gore's picked up. They also pick up Brashard Perriman. I don't think it's enough. I don't think it's enough. I like the Bills -6.5. I'm not going to pick a Super Bowl winner, but I'll tell you 3 teams to look out for. In the NFC, I like the Vikings, Saints, and the 49ers. In the AFC, I like Tennessee, the Bills, and the Chiefs. I hope all your picks are winning picks. I hope all your teams win. And don't forget, you can go from last to first. It's been done before. We'll talk to you next week on Odds and Ends.
This guy says the horse can do. If he says the horse can do, can do, can do.